Warning, this video was taken at the ass crack of dawn. Jenn is not wearing any makeup and looks like a potato. There is also an eyebrow situation going on that needs her immediate attention. She is aware of this, no need to point it out. Viewer discretion is advised.
What up everybody, it's March 1st, it's snowing, so I am going to go hurt myself on a treadmill for a little while. But before I do, I wanted to recap February training and talk a little bit about March training, because it's time to hit it hard. Got an A race this month. Let's do this. Let's talk about it. All right, so March is, I have my first A race of the season in March. It's a race that I really want to win. I really want a divisional win in this race. I have placed in this race for the last 3 years and I really want to win it. And looking at the times, I wasn't healthy in early March last year. I was I just wasn't ready. My training was inconsistent. I had personal things going on. So February was a tough month. I was sick for the first couple weeks of February. It completely knocked me on my butt and I wasn't able to train hardly at all. So, but the last half of February, I really felt like I was getting strong, coming off a really strong January. I felt like I made all that ground back. So I'm really excited about this A race I have coming up on the 21st of March. So that's what I'm going to be working towards. I also changed a lot of my diet. I felt that my health was directly impacted by being too strict with my diet. I really attempted to go vegan and it just didn't work out. My body requires, especially when you're training at this level, I love vegan, I love the vegan philosophy, but sometimes this body just needs some fish and some eggs and the occasional piece of chicken. So that didn't work out, even though I do my best to keep 90% of my diet plant-based. But I did incorporate, I hate fruit. I hate fruit. Fruit is the devil. But I have been very, very strict about getting enough fruit. So I have been doing, and I only like bananas and orange juice without pulp in it and the occasional Granny Smith apple. So I've been just eating a lot of bananas and drinking a lot of orange juice, and I can already tell the vitamin C is helping my performance a lot. I've also started vitamin D supplements and a lot of other great supplements as well as supplementing my diet with Vega Team nutritional shakes and bars. That has been key. March is going to be awesome because I am working with a new sponsor as far as equipment goes, and you'll see that on Instagram. My training for March is, I haven't been writing or posting a lot about training because when you're base building, it's freaking boring. I mean, no one cared that I, did a 6 mile easy. It's very repetitive. It's very boring. As we get into the warmer parts of March and April, when I start doing track workouts, one of my A races this year is actually the state championships in track and field. So when I start training for those track events, I'll probably talk more about it. But for March, it's going to be much of the same. It's going to be a lot of tempo runs, hill repeats. Nothing gets you faster and in better shape than a hill repeat. So if you're tight on time, run some hills. And a lot of mile repeats. And depending on the weather, I mean, when you're doing treadmill runs 90% of the time, you can't really do good hill repeats, and mile repeats work out okay. So that's really a large focus of what I'm going to be focusing on in March. Just being consistent is going to be the hardest thing because my book tour starts towards the end of the month, and I will be touring every weekend between March and June. So it's going to be, I had to change a lot. I started doing my long runs on Fridays, which completely was weird. Yeah, March is going to be a big transition, working with a new company who's sponsoring, and new equipment and everything. So it's going to be interesting to see. Right now my eye is on the prize for that 21st race. I have some fun races planned. Of course, everybody runs Shamrock. That's where me and my friends get together and go get wasted afterwards. And then I have Lucky 7, which is a half marathon, which is just going to be a long run for me. I'm not going to race it. I'm just there for the green beer. So, okay, that's February recap. Coming into March. Really, it's going to be about getting outdoors again, running really good tempo runs at race pace, recovering well, staying consistent, and maybe adding a 6th day of training. I'm playing with it. There have been a couple weeks where I really wanted to run a 6th day a week. I know because of my injury I really need a lot of rest, but I feel like maybe I do feel good enough to get on the elliptical for a half hour or do a 2-mile shakeout run on that 6th day. So I'll play with that in March, but I'm really excited. I'm excited. I think March is going to be a good launch pad for the rest of the season. So see you guys. Follow me on Instagram. I'll post occasional runs. I will post my training log every week, and see you guys at the end of March. Hopefully I will have a shiny first place medal for that goal race, and that'll be awesome. So take care, keep running, and I'll see you guys next time. God, I look so scary. This is what you get to wake up to every morning if you live with me. Like, do you see what I'm working with here? It's horrible. It's horrible.